Hello, everyone. I hope you're having a good day. Bread from heaven. So, join us again, right? We are in the desert and we have people complaining that they would have rather been back in Egypt. So, right, we have all these people. We have no stable food source yet. So, I think we're about to take care of that. It's our bread from heaven is coming in. So, let's see what the Israelites are up to. You know, let's see what take a little gander into their lives. And they journeyed from Elim, and all the congregation of the children of Israel came to the wilderness of Sin, which is between Elim and Sinai, on the 15th day of the second month after they departed from the land of Egypt. Then the whole congregation of the children of Israel complained against Moses and Aaron in the wilderness. That's wild. And the children of Israel said to them, let's hear what the people have to say, right? Oh, that we had died by the hand of the Lord in the land of Egypt. What are you saying? When we sat by the pots of meat and when we ate the bread to the full. I said, "Oh, woe is me! I know it's hungry. They didn't have food. It's a very real thing. I understand, but you know, go out and look for food, right? You got steaks. Start sharpening steaks. I don't know. So yeah, they were like, we were fed at least. For you have brought us out into this wilderness to kill this whole assembly with hunger. And I'm sure you got a laugh out of that as well. Then the Lord said to Moses, Behold, I will rain bread from heaven for you, and the people shall go out and gather a certain quota every day, that I may test them, whether they will walk in my law or not. He said, Okay, I'll feed you, but you gotta be obedient. And it shall be on the 6th day that they shall prepare what they bring in, and it shall be twice as much as they gather daily. Because can't work on the Sabbath, so Sunday's off. Then Moses and Aaron said to all the children of Israel, At evening you shall know the Lord has brought you out of the land of Egypt. And in the morning you shall see the glory of the Lord, for he hears your complaints against the Lord. But what are we, that you may complain against us? Who are any of us, right? Be, and I don't mean to put this lightly, but be happy you're alive, right? Yeah, at the end of the day, Pharaoh's heart was pretty hard, you know? So, if he had captured you, I don't think it was looking pretty good. Also, Moses said, This shall be seen when the Lord gives you meat to eat in the evening, and in the morning bread to the full. For the Lord hears your complaints which you make against him. And what are we? Your complaints are not against us, but against the Lord. Right, not against each other. Try to keep morale up. Good. I said, stop bickering. Then Moses spoke to Aaron. Say to all the congregation of the children of Israel, Come near before the Lord, for he has heard your complaints. Now it came to pass as Aaron spoke to the whole congregation of the children of Israel that they looked toward the wilderness, and behold, the glory of the Lord appeared in the cloud. And the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, I have heard the complaints of the children of Israel. Speak to them, saying, At twilight you shall eat meat, and in the morning you shall be filled with bread, and you shall know that I am the Lord your God. For it was that quails came up at evening and covered the camp, and in the morning the dew lay around all the camp. They got quail? Every night. Oh, I don't know about this. They're getting treated pretty well. And bread in the morning. I mean, my goodness. You should have been building cities out there for 40 years, you know? You shouldn't have even needed Jerusalem, technically, right? You should have been able to build your own city in the wilderness. It's a long time. And when the layer of dew lifted, there on the surface of the wilderness there was a small round substance, as fine as frost on the ground. So when the children of Israel saw it, they said to one another, "What is it?" For they did not know what it was. And Moses said to them, "This is the bread which the Lord has given you to eat. This is the thing which the Lord has commanded. Let every man gather it according to each one's needs. One omer, unit of measurement, for each person, according to the number of persons. Let every man take for those who are in his tent." I would say they might worry about running out, but I feel like God might, he might know. So when they measured it by the omers, he who gathered much had nothing left over, and he who gathered little had no lack. Every man had gathered according to each one's need. So, what you're saying is, it didn't matter what they took. They were getting what they needed. And Moses said, "Let no one leave any of it till morning." Eat all of it, right? Don't waste. Don't be wasteful. Notwithstanding, they did not heed Moses, but some of them left part of it until morning, and it bred worms, and stank. And Moses was angry with them, as he should have been. So they gathered it every morning, every man according to his need, and when the sun became hot, it melted. And so it was on the 6th day that they gathered twice as much bread, 2 omers for each one. And all the rulers of the congregation came and told Moses. Then he said to them, "This is what the Lord has said. Tomorrow is a Sabbath rest, a holy Sabbath to the Lord. Bake what you will bake today, and boil what you will boil, and lay up for yourself all that remains to be kept until morning." So they laid it up till morning, and as Moses commanded, and it did not stink, nor were there any worms in it. Then Moses said, "Eat that today, for today is a Sabbath to the Lord. Today you will not find it in the field." See, I mean, look, they tried, right? There's a day for it. So, it works. But the listening, right? We should be listening first, not trying. But maybe I should be telling myself that, right? Then Moses said, "Eat that today, for today is a Sabbath to the Lord. Today you will not find it in the field. 6 days you shall gather it, but on the 7th day, the Sabbath, there will be none." Now it happened that some of the people went out on the 7th day to gather, but they found none. These people! And the Lord said to Moses, "How long do you refuse to keep my commandments and my laws?" What else do I gotta say to you? I mean, look, I'm there sometimes too. What else are you gonna say? Don't. Right, I told you exactly what day. There's not gonna be anything out there. Oh, let me go peek. Now it happened that some of the people went out on the 7th day, and the Lord said to Moses, "Oh, right, so now Moses is getting in trouble." See, I didn't even read that. God is talking to Moses now. He said, "You're not listening to me." And Moses is like, oh, it's 29. "See, the Lord has given you the Sabbath, therefore he gives you on the 6th day bread for 2 days. Let every man remain in his place. Let no man go out of his place on the 7th day." So the people rested on the 7th day. And the house of Israel called it its name manna, or literally, what? And it was like white coriander seed, and the taste of it was like wafers made with honey, which is good at least. Then Moses said, "This is the thing which the Lord has commanded. Fill an omer with it to keep for your generations, that they may see the bread with which I fed you in the wilderness, when I brought you out of the land of Egypt." And Moses said to Aaron, "Take a pot and put an omer of manna in it, and lay it up before the Lord to be kept for your generations." As the Lord commanded Moses, so Aaron laid it before the testimony to be kept. And the children of Israel ate manna for 40 years until they came to an inhabited land. They ate manna until they came to the border of the land of Canaan. Now an omer is 1/10 of an ephah, which is another foreign unit of measurement. Let's say it's about a cup. And then water from the rock. So, from what I do know, Moses isn't allowed into the land of Israel when they get there, because I believe what happens in this. But let's read. Water from the rock. This is 17. Then all the congregation of the children of Israel set out on their journey from the wilderness of Sin according to the commandment of the Lord, and camped in Rephidim. But there was no water for the people to drink. Therefore the people contended with Moses and said, "Give us water that we may drink." A fair, demand. So Moses said to them, "Why do you contend with me? Why do you tempt the Lord?" He said, "You should have waited and he would have provided." And the people thirsted there for water, and the people complained against Moses and said, "Why is it you have brought us out of Egypt to kill us and our children and our livestock with thirst?" He's doing the best for you, 12 hours without water. Who knows? It's probably longer than that, but... So Moses cried out to the Lord, saying, "What shall I do with the people? They are almost ready to stone me." It's not looking so good. And the Lord said to Moses, "Go on before the people and take with you some of the elders of Israel. Also take in your hand your rod, with which you struck the river, and go. Behold, I will stand before you there on the rock in Horeb, and you shall strike the rock, and water will come out of it, and the people may drink." And Moses did so in the sight of the elders of Israel. So he called the name of the place Massah and Meribah, because the contention of the children of Israel, and because they tempted the Lord, saying, "Is the Lord among us or not?" You shouldn't be saying stuff like that. Over some water. Again, dig, right? These people not know about wells. Victory over the Amalekites. Now Amalek came and fought with Israel in Rephidim. So they're in the wilderness and now they're being attacked. And Moses said to Joshua, "Choose us some men and go out, fight with Amalek. Tomorrow I will stand on top of the hill with the rod of God in my hand." So Joshua did as Moses said to him, and fought with Amalek, and Moses, Aaron, and Hur went up to the top of the hill. And so it was, when Moses held up his hand, that Israel prevailed, and when he let down his hand, Amalek prevailed. But Moses' hand became heavy, so they took a stone and put it under him, and he sat on it. And Aaron and Hur supported his hand. Good. This is good support. This is a good team right here. One one on one side and the other on the other side, and his hands were steady until the going down of the sun. So Joshua defeated Amalek and his people with the edge of the sword. Then the Lord said to Moses, "Write this for a memorial in the book and recount it in the hearing of Joshua, that I will utterly blot out the remembrance of Amalek from under heaven." And Moses built an altar and called its name, "The Lord is my banner." For he said, "Because the Lord has sworn, the Lord will have war with Amalek from generation to generation." So even in reincarnation. That's wild. Well, I guess they're children, right? Yeah, they're children and their children. Why can't they just get along? But, I mean, yeah, right? Why can't they just get along? People are so... It'd be so difficult. I gotta be so difficult. You gotta be so difficult. We're all being difficult. We just need to chill out, you know? Don't be the Amalekites. Just attack at people in the wilderness. Shout out RuneScape, if anybody's played it. We're in the wilderness, we're getting attacked. But yeah, I mean, look, the 40 years, mind-blowing, every single time. Maybe they really liked the manna, and it was good to eat, I don't know how long. I guess we'll find out how long they really, what they did out there and whatnot. Because I assume they already got attacked pretty relatively soon within going out. So, there's people, coming in and out. So there's gonna be lots of tales and stories and lessons to be learned. Be a good thing. So find some peace, and we're gonna listen to Jethro's advice in the next one. We'll find out who Jethro is. It's a cool name. Jethro, if there's anybody named Jethro out there, thank your parents, I guess, right?